in the state are drawn on a day like today. These two are due to lock up once again, and we can't wait to get it started. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Gators will boot it away to start the game. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Coverage unit was there and ready. The Seminoles offense will go to work first. Last meeting was a classic as the Gators pulled out a close one.
Guys, it's a rivalry game that gets circled in the offseason, and for Gator fans in Gainesville and across the country, they have been bragging all year long after that win last season.
From the gun, the running back has it. Works his way ahead for three. They'll spot it at the 18. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So Florida's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop. Leaves it with the back. Fights off a defender. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The Noles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying play action. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Pocket breaking down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
He did. I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Looking for space, it's Bettis. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. They climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Gator! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. To the air on 1st down. Gets it to the back.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. And here comes the punt team. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Might as well stick with him. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Oh, it's a reverse. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
Well, this game certainly doesn't have the longevity historically that a lot of other rivalries have in college football, but this game always means so much. It impacts the conference championship race, the national championship race, and the Heisman Trophy race.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the pass is broken up, incomplete. But wait, there's more. Flag on the field, and it might be against the offense. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Gators will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Looking downfield on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Slips a tackle and he's got room. Running free. Touchdown, Florida State. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, North Carolina went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Tar Heels ever do that? All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. The Gators really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Leaves it with the running back. There he goes. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Bringing the heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the 1st. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. They've got a first down here to open the period. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Gators, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's 3rd and goal. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to run it in. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Works his way for 3 and gets him out to the 5-yard line. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. The Seminoles will punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse. And this time, let's...
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking for room. It's Bettis. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the ground with the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Finds him out of the backfield. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The offense hasn't been able to get it done on 4th down. 0 for 2 so far. They'll try to turn that around here. They'll run for it. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. Pulled and finds his man on the left. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Finds his back in the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's got him in the flat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the handoff. good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. And the Seminoles line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. They bring the punter onto the field now. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
And it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Oh, he's got some space. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Gators kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll give it to him again. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And he'll hold it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
It's so nice as a quarterback, but it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Guys, Mississippi State and Ole Miss are back at it. Here is the very latest in the Egg Bowl from the Magnolia State. Mississippi State was anything but dominant, but the bowl games in the SEC like this without some blowout.
Devin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the 1st half. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Swings it out to his running back. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Wants to go up top. Back open in the middle. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Short gain on the completion. Good footwork. Gets him the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Catch in the middle, it's Gilbert.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get him the same.
Turning it on. Lowers those pads. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellows, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Gators and Noles. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Florida State and Florida plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Noles will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Trying to surprise him with the pass. He's got it inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
Back to the ground with the running back. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Gator! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They'll go to the ground. At the 35, he's got room. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. From the gun, the ground game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down, it's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. This crowd on hand trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The carry going off right tackle here. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Noles will punt it away on 4th down. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the 3rd. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. There he goes. Knocked down for the tackle.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. The Gators back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I love fullbacks that are versatile. You don't see many of them in college football anymore, but this guy's unique. He is a weapon when he has the ball in his hands.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
He leaves it with his back. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Duke was able to cap off a close one in Durham with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Hands it off on the counter. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
The Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. Used the play fake. Now to throw. Here's a hit. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Firing to the right, complete. Jumped on top of the pile. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Run it with the fullback. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The give to the fullback. At the 45 on his way. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Sticks it in his belly. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball. And like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate you explosive plays.
The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few. Still some work to do for the 1st down. And the Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Gators are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll ride the hot hand. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He had a head of steam working, but he'll be stopped just inches short of the score. The Gators have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Touchdown, Florida! And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And And the Gators have chomped down, and they put a little distance between themselves and the Noles.
You know, both of these teams always have lots of speed, but it's the Gators. They look like the faster team pulling away here in the second half. Big plays offensively, and their defense is really flying around.
He'll return it. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attacking.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. It has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Hauls it in, looking for space. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Power football with the run. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So now it's 2nd and long. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. First snap in the red zone on this drive. Give to the big fullback. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The give to the big fullback. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Give to the fullback. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. The give to the fullback. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Gators will try to pick it up on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds, too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They've moved it right to the precipice of a score, and they need 1 more yard. They'll go to the fullback. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and puts one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we've got a final from arguably the best rivalry in the sport, the game between Ohio State and Michigan. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that?
He'll do it himself.
Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we've certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Plucks it out of the air. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, hits Gilbert.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch.
Off and running. At the 20. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
And he tacked on the extra point. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Rushes on him. He'll pull it down. Still on his feet at the 45. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. Wants to throw on first down. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Florida State, 14.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. Breaks the tackle. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Seminoles send out the punt unit. Now on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. A strike downfield. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. He wants to throw it. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Florida State, 14.
And he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24. One more play to pad the stats. To the air on second down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the fourth. It can get a little heated, and it did in this Sunshine State showdown, but it couldn't stop the boys from old Florida from stealing the headlines in this one. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.